This program is brought to you by the following non-paid sponsors: the League of Extraordinary Beings, the Society of Poor Knights of the Multiverse, Battle School, the deployed from Detroit School of Leadership and Madness, the Society of the Pale Horse, the Curiodrome, and of course, viewers like you.
This is there? Wait, was that it? That's a thing I was supposed to do? Was I supposed to do that this whole time? Have any of you heard any of these shows? Hi, I'm Jenny Durden. Welcome aboard. Let me pull up the doodad with the thingies. Here we are. Okay. Hi. It's Sunday, and I felt like hanging out. For the past 16, 17 weeks, because I think there was an extra week in there, we've been just hanging out. This has been a weird sort of experiment in podcasting. I've done a few before, and I wanted this one to be what it is, like this weird closet case. Those who know, and those who don't will likely never fucking find out. And that's okay. That is more than okay, especially Jesus. In a world we got today where everybody's up each other's ass and me. I know not everybody. We all get hyperbolic, don't we? Everybody this, everybody that. No, just enough to make you think it, just enough to make you say it. Just enough to make everybody nod. So, you want to talk about my makeup real quick? It's not so much here. Tommy Boy joke? But here. I'm okay. All parties involved are okay. Hurt feelings, all kinds of shit like that. What you can do? But we move forward. In all reality, I put it to one person that complex PTSD gets pretty fucking complex. And that's me being fun and silly, covering some bases. It's okay. There were a lot of people who came in, were in support of me where I needed it, but all the people involved who needed it, the source of what was going on, who needed it more, everybody was able to get attended to. Giant stomping among us. We got a full house. It's gonna get fuller. And that's good. I don't know if there's like I don't want to pick a topic. I don't want to. That's what I don't want to just do like a hour-long Jay Leno rant. I don't want to do the like, well, here's why this is good. Here's why this is bad. Here's that shit's all fairly obvious. All that looks like hurt. Yup. Show enough. It still does, in fact. I don't know. Answer me this if you feel like it. Look, I'll even show evidence. See this here? Should I do this thing? I see the YouTube guys doing it. Oh, it's for the autofocus, which I don't have on. I make sense now. Okay, you future babies. Pita bread. Since I've been able to like operate my jawbone and get food past my lips, dude, I have been shithousing Mediterranean food. I've had baba ganoush, I've had hummus, I've had fattoush, I've had tabbouleh, I've had pita, I've had gyro, I've had tzatziki, I've had fries. Came with some fries. I had mozzarella sticks. Those are very vaguely Mediterranean if you're racist. But I had with ranch, so I don't know that that's very Mediterranean. I mean, some of it, the tzatziki fell on there. But dude, my body was like, get that. Like Gatorade. Like, oh, I need all the electrolytes that are in Arabian. Oh, that makes sense. Is that what's happening? All that salty goodness, is that just Gatorade food? Well, shit. That makes sense. My family's all Irish. And like people who thought they were different races, but then it turns out they were just Irish, which was funny too. I had people, relatives who thought they were Cherokee, and it turns out that they were Irish, but had like an Italian aunt, and or like they thought she was Italian, but then we've like done all the DNA and all that horse shit. It's the future. Nobody's past is missing, and now we're like, yeah, no, these are all Irish people. They just had dark hair, you racist fucks. And we're like, oh, we thought. Hmm. Diddly-dee. Yeah. I think the spiciest thing we had in our line is probably onions. Like when it's chilly and when it's a lot of things, but when it's rainy and wet and like in Michigan, it's an unpleasant moist for much of the year. Either a little too hot, a little too cold, a little too chilly, a little too that. And you're like, fuck most things. And I love, especially in the past year or two, I think for the estrogen kicking in, but I'll do a bacon sandwich with onions, mayonnaise, dill, a little bit of white vinegar, uh, maybe some Munster cheese, and then just boom, shit house it just to get the salt and the fat. But like I don't know. It feels like I don't want people to watch me eat it. It feels like a primitive thing I'm doing, like some kind of ancient math that you're not supposed to watch. And I'm just like, put it in me. But that's kind of how I felt after I started getting able to like. I'm like, I am so hungry, and I can only eat mushy stuff. And I was like, what's some mushy stuff I want? And then I saw this baba ganoush plate, and I was like, hello. So I fucking took that to task, and it was lovely. If you're in Detroit, Michigan, it was a place called Anita's Kitchen. It was yummy, really, really yummy. I saw on their menu they do a lot of vegan this and that, and I'm guessing they're out of Ferndale. They were like 2 miles away. Uh, I'm not guessing they're out of Ferndale because it was vegan. That's a funny inside joke if you're from here. But no. No, it was good as hell. And their whole menu looked really, really yummy. Like, this is ironic and weird and it could be upsetting to some people to hear a veteran of the global wars on terror say this, but like, dude, the best Middle Eastern food on this side of the planet is in this city. I can get it all on DoorDash, and it's the best in the fucking world from Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Ethiopia. Ethiopia is not Middle Eastern per se, but I know it's not even kind of. But goddamn, like we got everybody. Everybody you couldn't even imagine. Plus, I just was thinking about there's a place called Blue Nile I want to get into. Woo! I love Ethiopian bread. I love the whole eating style. You just get in there and go. For a person who eats bacon and onions like it's some kind of creepy sacrament, getting to eat with my hands is a blessing. And getting to do it in some kind of refinement is even more so. Uh, when you go to cultures that do it purposefully and intentfully with respect and with meaning and infrastructure. They have like, oh, there's like little things to wash your hand. They're like, yeah, we're not fucking animals, right? Oh, sorry. I had a grandma who said otherwise. I know. I hope that wasn't. I hope most of our grandmas like that are dead. Just so we can still love them and not have to fight them. But I'm glad, like my grandmas, as much as they had dumb shit to teach, I think I could have taught them some shit. I think they'd be okay with it. They weren't as shut off as some folks. But both my grandmas had been through World War II and were married to combat veterans of World War II. And they both sucked at being moms. I'll tell you. I think they both burned me with cigarettes for saying that. But that might tell you something. Oh, I do miss those women. I do, I do. My grandma was more of a drag queen than me. My grandma Plum, my mom's mom. That girl was decked out all the time till she hit the floor. She was like, ah, just when she died, it made a noise like clink, like all this noise. It sounded like Suge Knight being shot. like just chains. Her big heavy goddamn rings. Oh God, I loved her. She was born in Pikeville, Kentucky. Had all her teeth kicked out by her first husband because she told him she was pregnant. I don't know if she was ready to be a mom. She did it, because it's what you do. But from what my mom says, she spent all her time in the beauty parlors and enjoying the city. I can get that. Someone who starts a life mid-escape. And they just keep escaping. Like, I thought we were doing a thing. Jesus Christ, Ida. I've still been smoking pot before these episodes. I smoke pot all the time. Not like every 20 minutes. But it is with a frequency that alarms some. I'm a gram a day kind of gal. But I've been that for like 3 years. So I get a specific kind of nutty all day and stay that way and go to bed. It's fine. I run businesses. We're going to be okay. My water glitched. The Matrix. You know it's all fake now. Oh, nobody's watching, right? I can't tell. Half the screen's blocked. I see 00. Works for me, gang. What did I talk about to avoid talking about this? We talked about my mom. We talked about my grandma. We talked about my other grandma. You want to hear about my other grandma? Mean Jean? I gotta look behind me just in case. She hated that name because she didn't think of herself as mean. I don't think she wanted to come off that way. I think she wanted to come off as strong, as someone who was independent and capable and smart, and she came up in the 1930s and 40s in the newspaper scene when you needed to put a little bit more emphasis on that shit. And so she became a ball buster, like a dude. If you go figure out my name, my Christian name, and you go see some of my early shit back in the day in art school and periods when I'm like high as fuck on pills, like the president's becoming an alien. I don't think I did that, but I could have said fucking anything. Who knows? I was having a weird couple of years. But you dig back, look for like me posting a painting. And then you'll see like a note from my grandma. It'll be like, Gene Saley, too dark. Thank you, Grandma. In person, though, she was very sweet. She was like, She always complimented my use of color. She always thought that I just use color well, and I think I do too. And I think that's she's like some of this other shit, and she didn't mean it as like, okay, so here's Mean Gene for you. She didn't mean it sucks and you should quit because it sucks and you should quit. It's because it sucks and you should quit because you're so fucking awesome at this other thing. And a lot of times too, they'd forget because like I already told you, you're great at these things. Quit wasting your time trying to draw back. I'd be trying to draw. Figure drawing has always been such a challenge for me. Um, I end up with these very off center and narrow proportions. And if I just leaned into it, it would look cool. I could probably make it look really neat. But OCD or whatever, for my whole life, I have struggled to draw the Marvel way. Where you draw the circle and you draw the line and you draw the yeah, I've done it. I've done it before too, once or twice. You're like, yeah. But head injuries. See if this fucking does anything. Like, yeah. There's an interesting thing where a lot of my paintings, if you go through my most recent works, I've been doing a lot of like larger acrylic paintings on canvas and canvas boards. And when I reviewed a lot of it, I realized like a lot of it was centered just a hint to the left. And I'm like, oh, my eyes are fucked. Because I stand a certain way, and I'm always sort of like viewing the piece a certain way, but my double vision always like I have this like goofy extra layer of 3D, and I'm like, whoop. So yeah, I go a little to the left. Forgot what I was saying, which is a great way to wrap around into complex PTSD. We talked about that, right? So I got the shiner. I got it, you got it, we all got it. No, probably not. But if you're watching this, there's like an 82% chance. Sorry, Floyd. What does that mean? Sorry, Floyd. You got that. Complex PTSD. That one. Fuck's that, Jenny? It's like PTSD, but real complex. Just kidding. PTSD kind of makes sense. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Disorder makes it sound like it's some shit you do, but I don't know. They can't call it disco. They used to call it a bunch of other shit too. Basket case. Some like weirdly. So basket case is what Vietnam fellers were calling, at least Vietnam fellers I've been exposed to, kept calling me a fucking basket case. But originally, basket case came from World War One, when you blew a feller up and his arms and legs blew off, and you could carry them around in a basket, and that's a basket case. Cute, huh? Or uh, yeah, then what do we combat fatigue? They're sleepy. They had a fight. Everybody's fatigued after combat. What's some other? Uh, I think in some iteration, now battle rattle is typically meant to define the gear, all your shit are rattling. That's the battle rattle. But I have one or two. I don't know if it's a historical thing. I don't know if this is a more like recent, just somebody being clever and also being like, I've got the battle rattles. I'm like, that's a good one. There you go. On the street, sometime you hear people say they're shook. Like, oh, I'm just shook. That one surprised me, where I was like, oh shit, that's PTSD, fellas. Sorry, shook's PTSD. So you know. Um, but I ran into that a lot when I was a kid, and then later when I got out of the service, people fucked up same as me, and they, gave me that horse shit of like, I was never in a war and none of that, but I was in a car accident while being molested. You're like, jeez, like always just somewhere like so many people just discount their whole life, the whole core of their suffering, because it's not like as neat as mine. Mine's not that neat. I wasn't in combat. I didn't get shot at. I don't have any combat action ribbons. I got combat pay. Show enough. I was in a hypothetical combat zone. I was in the Air Force, though. If I was going to get shot, it was going to be by another airman. It's going to be one of our guys, after his wife sent him an email saying she was blowing some feller. It'd be some shit like that. No, we were going to be okay. I had a flashback. I'm sorry. Complex PTSD. Yes. PTSD. The shookedness. I learned that in the hazy days when people were pushing to legalize marijuana. And I was early on not against legalizing it, but I was just like, I ain't gonna do that shit. I grew up as a dare kid, all the fucking propaganda. And then I was broken completely. And when you get broken open, you listen to a lot of things. A lot of things you wouldn't before, a lot of things you may never again. There's definitely some tree stump sermons I've sat around where I'm like, whoa, thank God those years are over. Time takes us all. So PTSD, my bad. Post-traumatic stress disorder, disruption, discotheque. Dog cam. Wait, dog cam. Look, I put lights on them. Okay, the black and white one in the very back is Odin. The white one in the sort of middle back is Teddy. And where's Princess? Princess is probably off having sex with athletic equipment. There is a foam roller she is just having a torrid relationship with. I need to find it and hide it again. She drags that thing out like a body and then just goes to town. And I think if you've seen a few episodes, you may have seen Princess. She's that big. The foam roller is twice her size. And she's just like, come here, you. She's my lady. I always joke, if she was a person, she'd smoke menthols and wear hoop earrings. Just like me. Princess reminds me of my friends when I was on drugs. She's very fun when she's fun and very not when she's not. And she's adorable. Okay. PTSD. So something awful happens, and you remember it. And either you just kind of go, ooh. One way I've described this before is getting the shit end of the stick. So imagine you're in ancient Rome and you're sitting there at the toilets and you're like, hey, can you give me the whatever the fuck we call that thing? Ancient Rome, they would have these uh, for wiping your butt, sponges on sticks in like a big old thing of vinegar. And I'm sure it was diluted. I can't imagine. I don't know. Who wouldn't that be funny if it's just like is that Italian dressing? Like we just call it dressing here. You're like, oh, okay. Like, and then just, but they have this lovely sponge. Beep 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 beep. Okay, so you're like, sorry, beep 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 beep. You're like, hey, can you have me the boop shit stick? And then someone hands it to you, but by the wrong end. Ooh, skeeved. Ooh, ancient reactions. You're touching poop. You're touching all of the city's poop. You're touching gross, 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 gross. Ew, ew, ew. Now, next time you go to the potty, will that interaction change how you behave in the bathroom next time? Or are you just going to say, hey, give me the shit stick? And then pops in your hand wrong side up again, and you're like, man, look at that. It happened last week. Or you're the type to be like, give me the shit stick. Yo, let me, yes, that handle. There we go. Thank you. Or you never using that bathroom again. Like, are your reactions more extreme? That's PTSD. You get issued the shit under the stick and it changes how you interact with that whole interaction. Complex PTSD is now imagine there's in one room, there's that whole shit end of the stick scenario, and those guys are all having their like epiphanies of like, ew, I don't like this. Sometimes think. And then in a room next door is a kid getting beaten near to death with one of those sticks because they didn't listen. That's complex PTSD. Not only did you get the shit end of the stick, you were fucking beaten with it. And it probably wasn't just once. And I'm sorry. I am. Genuinely. I don't have to know you to hurt for you there. Like, I've been there, babies. And it doesn't even have to be that. You don't have to be babies for it. You can have a rough week in the wrong fucking place. And it just changes you. Your body becomes ready for things. It, beyond you, your intention, what you'd like to do, while you sit there and dissociate and black out and just see if tomorrow's going to happen. Your body's recording sounds, temperatures, air pressures. You wouldn't fucking believe it. You think your goofy goddamn watch keeps track of shit. Where do you think it gets the information? All that's in there. And it's not numbers and calendars, but in really intense moments, and this is just a hypothesis of mine, that feels near enough right that I think it can be explained this way. I don't know if it is true mechanically that this is what happens, But it does feel like in these traumatic experiences, you don't have just the memory. Wouldn't that be nice to just remember? To be like, what was that one? Oh, yeah. No, you fucking time travel, right? Am I right in assuming? If you're like me with the CPSD, CPTS, dyslexic, baby, I got that too. CPTSD, dyslexia, QRS, forgot what I was saying. Right on topic then. Complex PTSD. I was doing the complex PTSD song. Goofy thing I'll do for those of you with memory issues. Or this may help with dyslexia too, because I have my reading dyslexia functions a little bit differently than my number, which doesn't make sense to me, but I can look at a word and then go write it on some paper. I can't do that with numbers. I can't be like, so like whenever they send you like a passcode for something, I'm like, oh Jesus. Oh no, I have to have them like right next to each other. I cannot. Something completely fritzes. No idea what that's about. Head injuries, blinking, PTSD song. The songs to remember things. So a bizarre thing I found when I was sorry for the squeakiness. I need to get my stoner ass comfortable and just sit put because I'm seeing the squeaks impact the table and it can't look great. Anyway, the singing thing, my grandpa had dementia. He had a lot of things. He had a good life. His death was dog shit. But that happens sometimes. But for an old Dane who went to sea, he had stories and jokes and coffee and pie. He was good. But with that dementia, some studies have been done around that same time that he got it, where they're like, if you program information into songs and then play it back as a song, repeat it as a song, people remember it easier. So little stuff would be like, hey, you can kind of see that with the ABC song and other stuff like that. But I do that with my number thing when I'm like looking at the codes. I'm like, and if I don't have time to do this shuffling shit, I just go 1794842, a Roger, and I just fucking that somehow breaks the zzz that causes me to lose it. Or if I'm going upstairs and I'm going to inevitably forget what I'm trying to get when I get up there. Hello, 40-year-olds, I'm talking to you. There's some kind of a force field that gets installed on all of our stairwells. Or maybe it could just be genetic in our human mind. But the minute I go upstairs, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I came up here for. And then I go downstairs, I'm like, of course. Go upstairs. Downstairs. That's what I needed. Back up. I don't need anything. But I need this. Grab some extra shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. But if you sing the song, So I'll pop up the stairs, like, don't forget the keys, you dumb bitch. And so the house hears me saying crazy shit like that all the time. And I don't forget my keys. I still do a lot, but not when I'm singing. I don't know what that is. And I don't need to. Is this the worst show on the internet? It probably can't be, right? Somebody's got their whole asshole opened up somewhere. But I'm sure that's preferable for some folks. Yeah. Complex PTSD. You get the shit end of the stick and you just get fucking whooped with it. And then after a while, you have to build a life like that. You know, if that's your life, getting the shit end of the stick, getting fucking beat with the shit end of the stick, carrying other people's shit sticks around. Because you're like, you know what? I mean, I get hit with it enough. I can probably carry yours. And then all of a sudden, just there you are with an armful of shit sticks and no way to wipe your own ass. No. Us poor babies, human beings. It is rough being a people, gang. Sure is. So then you got to find a way to get through it. One of the craziest things people are capable of is getting through. So many of you, just kidding. Uh, uh, but I'll say it this way: a lot of people you know are quitters, and you can look out there and you see, and you're like, "Fucking, let's go," and they're like, "I'm good," and they might kind of be. I think that's why a lot of people are genuinely kind of quitters because they have no reason not to. As much as they may have a reason to proceed, they may have dreams, wishes, goals, desires, this, that, and the other thing. If they're not being chased by a lion, they may not start running. They may be like, fuck it, this grass is good, man. And just stay. Which there's merit to. There is. I say it squintingly because it's not for me, which is weird. I don't know why it's not for me. Why it's one of the, not like I'd be like, this grass sucks. But I've been around the world once. Like, I know I can keep going. I don't, I don't know. The birds on my family crest don't have feet. uh, it's weirdly fitting for most of my family. I don't think anybody's buried in the state they were born in, and well, my uncle was now. But besides that, yeah, it's crazy. We're just from all over to all over. And for folks like us too, we're your restless, reckless friends. We're your ones who are at the bar a little too late into our 20s and 30s, and we're the friends you have. You're like, are they alive? That your other friends who you know are alive, and you're like, I bet their kids are awesome. Those are the grass people. They're the smart gazelles. We're the ones who are something else. We describe ourselves as dogs. I don't mind being that. I don't mind being a dog. among dogs. I got dogs. Dog cam. Da-da-na-na-na-na-na. Should that be the gimmick from now on? Just anytime I say dog. Pee Wee Herman style. Ah! Do you guys know Pee Wee Herman? Gay icon Pee Wee Herman, apparently. That's pretty cool. I didn't know I was one either, so fucking A. How long we been at this? 46 minutes. Cool. We're definitely going to shut down at midnight again. I think what we're going to do for the next few episodes is still keep it kind of chill and just keep this as like a back burner. Basically, like, keeping the wheels greased until we get something we actually want to launch, sort of in earnest. I'm not launching this completely, I don't know, as like a whim, but it's partially as a whim. But the reason a lot of this is the way it is on purpose. And like part of that too is like, oh man, what a great excuse to like test out the gear, make sure the levels are right. I have fucked up the audio so many times. Like I need to get my checklists in order, and all this helps for that. It may not even be a show I'm on. It may be something I'm helping somebody else with and something they do. We want to do some recordings of, we got some food trucks we're helping set up. We want to get them helped out with like doing their stream thing to get engaged with customers that way. Because I think that's a fun way of doing it. Like, fuck a cooking show unless it's that, right? I mean, okay, all cooking shows are wonderful, but like, what a great stream to be like flipping through and then like, oh, we have to get down there. That would be lovely. That would be fun. And then if we can get nerdy about it and have somebody figure out how to do the ordering, and we'll get butterflies on it. They'll make things happen. But yeah, that's the only reason I learned any of this shit is so when people ask me questions, I can be like, yeah, I think I've seen that. And I have a bit of familiarity and I can help a little. Like, that's why I do a lot of weird shit. Yeah, my day to day, I'm the president of the League of Extraordinary Beings, which is the easiest and most stressful job I've ever had in my entire life. It has been an absolute fucking roller coaster that we built. So it's holy hell, it's so difficult to describe. But I love now where I'm at. Is there's freedom coming. I can't jump off and be like, oh, there's the freedom. Sure. But like there's a freedom coming I'm really excited for a lot of people. And we gotta do a little bit more grinding, a little bit more working, a little bit more huffing, and we're getting it. The staff's getting enormous. It's getting big. And that's good. It means we can support big things. And if we need to, we can break off into cool groups. We've got one of the things we're doing with the League of Extraordinary Beings. It's got like kind of a silly name, and that's a little bit on purpose because we want to go help smaller organizations. We say smaller because whatever, but organizations with less built-in infrastructure and like uh, mission support capability, and we want to go provide that or punch them into a network that's going to provide it. So if you're a food truck operator, what are some things you could have to help you run a food truck? Commissary kitchen, training and education for like serve safe and for staff maybe and for point of sales. Um, like marketing, design. There's so many things, you're like, I want to do a food truck. And in your first mind, you're like, okay, that means I need to figure out a taco and a truck. And you're like, dude, there is way more involved and legal and there's so much between the person and their mission. And it just pisses veterans off because we're like, just what if and so we're just doing it now. So it's a lot of old NCOs, and we're like, okay, here's the deal. Gunny, first sergeant, let's go. Staff sergeant, corporal, let's get and you know, luckily it's all Jenny and Paul and Ender, and we can call everybody, but it's yeah, it's that. It's like, all right, let's fucking do this. And it's that level I love that we can give that to people. Like as veterans, if you're a veteran and you're like, how do I? This shit's fucking crazy. People are stupid, and uh, I shit you not, go be a coach of some kind. Uh, yeah. Find a thing you like to do and help another person learn how to do it, and get trained, equipped, and deployed in doing it. You'll come alive again. And you'll get to see them do their thing. And this is, a lot of bullshit came back from the battlefield. I wasn't even on a battlefield. I was in a back office. But there's things we can bring back that are good. Especially this uh, sort of simple, mostly logistic support plan. I say mostly, and budget wise, but ultimately it's just S shop shit. What if your grandma's bake sale had an S shop and she could call down to the S4 and be like, hey, do we got a truck I can use? Like, wouldn't that be fucking cool? That's what we're talking about. And we don't want to do a broader version of it where we're like, the state should do this shit because they're busy being crazy, clearly. Uh, it'd be cool. Wouldn't that be lovely if all, these sort of basic needs were covered? But they ain't got money. They're busy spending on themselves. They gotta buy outfits. Look good. I'm sure there's some genuine purchasing needing to be done, but I'm like a lot of voters too, where I can be read a story where you're like, what the fuck did they buy? I get it. Plus, government's slow. Uh, us doing it privately is risky-ish, but it affords us speed and it affords us iteration, so we can fuck up and then try again. Whereas if the state tries this and then fails, everyone remembers Michigan's failed attempt at. But if, brand X's failed attempt disappears, and then brand B comes by and says, hey, remember brand X fucking that thing up? Well, brand B's going to do it 10 times better. And then even if brand B fucks up, we're like, hey, brand Zero's here. Regrettably, that's marketing. I was a marketing director in the United States Air Force. And if you want to know a fun thing, the first official term for marketing was propaganda. That's funny. I was a propagandist for the Air Force. I'm just pausing there so Army guys can take a screenshot and be like, I fucking told you. I wasn't this when I was an Air Force propagandist. We were very Toby Keith back then. No. Yeah. There's a lot of systems out there that can be exploited and manipulated by smart people who know how to exploit, manipulate systems. So we gonna. That's the goal. I got people who like to break things. I got people who like to make things. I got people who like to take things. I got people who can do all of them. I got people who do none of them. They just like to hang out. Okay. Hang out. We're all still going forward. That's the goal. That's the plan. Well, gang, it's 2 minutes to midnight. I'm Jenny Durden. It's been fun. It's been special. It's been swell. For me, I don't know about you. It may have been awful. I've been high as giraffe nuts, just near yodeling and banging into the microphone while squeaking. And hopefully, I've been able to be something beyond those. If not, man, you've just spent an interesting hour. Okay. I love you. I mean it. I don't need to know you. I don't need to like you. I love you.